Hey, it's Spencer. I'm out here in our snake fruit row. I'm going to be working this zone today. I'm going to be talking about it and showing you what's going on here. First of all, I want to show you some of these fruits. So these are snake fruits. These are Salaks, Salacca zalacca. These are Bali cultivars. I'm not exactly sure which one, but they are hermaphroditic. So these come off of a very spiny palm. It's a clump palm. It stays fairly short. It is a very, very gnarly plant. These are super delicious. They're kind of like a pear and a strawberry combination. Real crunchy, kind of like a garlic clove, like a raw garlic clove kind of texture. And when you peel them, they've got multiple segments in here, and they've got a really nice white color on them. So anyway, this is one of my commercial crops here on our farm. We've got 20 of them planted in this zone here. This zone is super tight. As you can tell, there's trees all above me and stuff. We've got our fence line right there, and we've actually got another fence line right here to keep all of our animals out of this zone because these palms are so insanely thorny. So yeah, we're going to be coming through and working this zone. It's super tight. It's super chaotic. It hasn't been managed in a while. It's basically because it's in a fenced area, we neglect this zone, so it's harder for us, or it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. It's like literally right next to our my shed zone right here, and like my nursery's right there, and our house is right here, so it's like really close to all our stuff, but we really do neglect it. Don't come out here very much. So fences really do that. So you know, you really got to pay attention to your management when you have fences. And it's like we have vines on our fence lines, and it's a bunch of chaos out here. But anyway, we're managing this zone. I think it's been about 6 months since it's been managed. You know, lots of regrow on these naturalized trees here. And then we'll be pushing through kind of that way. So let me actually walk to the front of the row here. All right, so I'm out here at the front of the row. We've got you know, we've got a coconut here, we've got some jackfruits here, we've got just some ornamentals, we've got a banana here, and then our row starts right here. So as you can tell, our row is, you know, covered in vigna. And then we've got a palm right here, covered in vigna. Now, this is like bad management practices, but anyway, you can come in here and let's check out how thorny the palm is. So this is a young plant. It's probably a year and a half old. They're super thorny. So those palms actually clump out and get about 15 feet tall and just make a bunch of babies and stuff like that. Super delicious, but super crazy. So in here we've got shampoo ginger. It's dying back for the year. And then we've got cut nuts. So those are basically our main crops. Everything else is just biomass and stuff in here. And then we've got lots of acacias. You know, we've got jackfruits. Those were kind of here before the row. And we'll just kind of walk down it and check it out. So this zone, I've been planting a lot of irises. These irises are going to be our long-term biomass here. So I'm basically using those irises like a grass or something. So they're just a real easy along the whole edge of the row. So basically I was looking for something that's going to be a slower management, a slower timeline for management, because I don't want to be in here all the time because these palms are so insane and like hard to work with and everything. So I didn't want to be out here like every 4 weeks cutting grass. I want to have a slower cycle of pruning managements for my biomass species. So I don't have like sunflower out here. I don't have stuff like that. I've got slower things to give us our biomass, so I'm not out here all the time. So yeah, we've got the irises. We've got a little vetiver in here, but the vetiver is like not happy at all because it's way too shady. Kind of look up. So it's just total covered, you know, vigna everywhere. The cut nuts are doing pretty good in here though. Acacias, let's see, it's hard to even. Yeah, here's another Salak, little thorny palm. It's hard to even get through here. Like I said, it's been about 6 months. Normally we do like 3 months management cycles. Can't see anything at all. Here's another one. So they're just kind of hanging out. They're really slow growing palms. Yeah, and then we got this zone here, really open. Some more irises. So this zone here is where that big tree fell. I can link that video out here. So that big tree just fell over in a windstorm and broke our fence, and it was like a monster tree. It's actually regrowing. Oh, that's crazy. Just realized that. Anyway, let me jump the fence here. All right, so this zone here that's got more sunlight now because, you know, everything got destroyed. Looking back at this zone, you know, we got to manage all these trees. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff to do over here, and we can kind of see the row here. There's some comfrey and stuff. The iris is coming in, and then the row goes this way. So this is our longest row on the property. It's 200 feet, and we've got 20 palms planted out here. So this is like basically one of our main crops. So we got a dedicated space for it. I'm not even gonna walk all the way down there. It doesn't seem like it's worth it. We'll walk down this portion here though. We can kind of see the pattern. Yeah, Salak, acacia. There's cut nuts planted at the acacias. They're not coming, they haven't come up yet. We got more Salak here. Very nice. That one got smashed with the palm, or with the big tree fall, so it fell over. But as we can tell, you know, just looking at the things right now with my eyes, I can see that everything's happier with a little bit more sunlight rather than that like dark hole over there. And we can even like look back at it now. It's like that zone's pretty dark. You know, back over here it's a bit better. There's still these big trees we need to manage, but yeah, these trees want more sunlight than they're getting. Everything kind of does out here. So it's time for management. And then right here we've got just total chaos again. So this is probably gonna be a little bit of a bigger management. It's not gonna be done in one push. It's gonna take a couple pushes. And then once we get this Salak zone sorted out and dialed in, we'll be planting a few random things out here just to fill some holes and kind of fill some space. And then we'll be pushing on into like the whole rest of the agroforest over here. But yeah, let's get to the time lapse, and then we'll come back through and we'll show you the cleaned up row where we can see everything and what's going on out here. Alrighty, onto the time lapse. So we finished up our work for the day. We actually decided we're going to turn this video into a two-part series. So this is part one. Part two will be for the back half of the row. We kind of decided, since this was such a big amount of work and kind of different zones and stuff, that it's easier to separate it into two parts. But anyway, let's show you what we did. So this is the Salak zone. So basically we just tidied up everything that was around. We left these jackfruits because they're kind of starting to flower and stuff, so we're just kind of leaving them alone. We actually found a female flower on one of them. Show you that in a second. And then just kind of tidying up whatever's around. We did cut a couple of larger trees that were around, and we just mulched them in. So the time lapse wasn't super great because it's super hard to see out here because it's so tight and everything. So we'll just kind of try and do our best right here to show you the afterward. Got the Salak here looking good. We can kind of see down the row a little bit. Lots of mulch here, fattened up the rows. We got this jackfruit flower, just came out. So this is our first female on this tree. It's a pretty small tree. It's pretty exciting. It's a seedling. So jackfruits, we let them usually just do whatever they're gonna do. So like certain trees, you know, you want to like thin off the flowers when they're young. Jackfruits, it seems like you don't need to do that. You can just let them make a fruit the first time they want to make a fruit. So that's probably gonna make us a fruit. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully that's a good genetic. I don't really know where that one came from. But yeah, going down the line, salaks are kind of small. Lots of mulch out here. Yeah, we cut all these trees that were here. Lots of trees to cut, lots of mulch going on. More trees that we cut here. Cut nuts are doing awesome. Good amount of mulch out here. Lots of trees that we cut here. We've got a star apple here. We got a Mamie Americana here. We got an avo, Mamie Americana there. We've got a peach palm right here. We've got a mountain apple there. Another mountain apple there. Yeah, and then this is that other zone that we're gonna work probably next weekend out there. That's the rest of the row. And then we did have one hole over here, this spot here where one tree died. So I actually came and direct seeded right here, so I'm really excited. We haven't direct seeded any salaks. They're kind of, I don't know, I haven't really tried with that because they're so delicate, they're so slow. But we're just gonna try the experiment and see how they do. Because they are a little bit sensitive when we plant them. We've lost a couple after planting due to drought. They're really a water-loving plant, and we don't have a very wet site. We get pretty good rainfall, but we have zero moisture retention in the ground. So the salaks, it's a little bit of a, we're zone pushing a little bit with the salaks here, but we think they can do it. And once they're, you know, established, then they'll be just cranking out fruit. So it's something we're kind of pushing a little bit to make it go, but I think it will work eventually. And giving them all the sun is a little bit shocking for them, but we think they'll be doing good with that extra sunlight. So yeah, we can kind of just look back a little, look this way. And I guess let me jump the fence so we can see where that dark hole was. Yeah, I got some more mulch down over here that was behind me that now is no longer here. So this whole area was all vegetated, and then we took it all down. So that's pretty exciting. Nice straightforward management. It's really nice to see the row tidied up again. It's been a little while. We let the shade kind of come in hard over here for those trees specifically. But then it's, you know, a bit of a bigger deal to come through and take everything down and put it and mulch it into place and everything. But yeah, it's super exciting to be able to, you know, see it like this. And it's really nice to just, it's kind of hard in the camera. Yeah, to have all that mulch down and everything. And then we'll be getting to this soon. And yeah, that's kind of our last zone on the property to manage before we jump into more agroforestry rows over here. All right, so thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps our channel out. And we'll see you in the next one. All right, thanks for watching.